shrine is for? Like who? It's okay.
Let me look it up later.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm living on here, but I don't know. I have no idea what that is.
No, it's okay. I mean, there's so many.
But it's just
shrines.
beautiful, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Exactly. Did you ever live in the United Kingdom?
United Kingdom. Yeah. I used to live in London for 2 years.
Okay.
I just came back like half a year ago.
Because I heard you say in it.
True, very true. Yeah. Like my coworkers, it's kind of like young people.
Yeah.
They use a lot of like slangs.
Okay.
I pick up, songs from them.
Yeah. No, you say in it or like this. So I was like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Do you know like some UK songs?
Yeah, because I lived in London for 6.5 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So which university did you go to?
No, I was just like
you
went there like to like with a working holiday visa.
Oh, nice.
Do you know working holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I was just like working there. I was like barista.
Nice.
It's quite chill. I miss London so much, to be honest, because I went there to study English.
Oh, nice.
When
And I feel like, your English is perfect.
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm like talking to someone like one-on-one,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Okay.
But when I'm talking with like
Okay,
my type of people, then they speak so fast.
like
I can't catch them.
And some accents in the UK as well are so strong.
Like Birmingham, Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
I went to Wales and Ireland. They got strong accent. I have no
Very, very
clue what
strong.
they say.
Yeah. And then especially if you go to certain parts of Scotland. Like
Scotland,
again,
yeah.
English is my first language, so I can understand them. But there's a lot of even Americans that can't even understand them.
It's true. And I think there's some like words. For example, like pants.
Yeah.
British people say like trousers.
Exactly.
But
Whereas
American-
in the United States, pants
pants.
is like regular pants. But
Yeah.
then in the UK, they're like underwear.
Yeah, underwear, yeah.
Yeah,
Things like that.
It's so funny how we can all be speaking English, but different areas have completely different.
Yeah. I think Japan, the same goes for Japan though.
Really? Yeah.
Like if you go to like up north, Aomori, if they're like older people,
Yeah.
they got strong accent. I think I don't understand what they say.
Yeah. Well, it's even sorry. Last one, and then I switch.
It's no problem.
But
Interesting.
even because my father's French, so I'm half French.
Okay.
And there's basically like these regional languages that a lot of people don't know about in France.
Okay.
So it's like France, obviously, everyone speaks French, but there's like these little areas where they used to speak other indigenous languages as well.
Okay.
And so there's some older people where they will still have the strongest accent because they also spoke those other languages.
Okay.
So again, I feel like it's a worldwide thing. It's quite interesting.
Quite interesting. But I'm jealous though, because like if I was born in UK or US or Canada, wherever like in English, like native country, I didn't have to like study language to be honest,
I
right?
understand.
Only Japanese people use it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's such a special language though, and
Is it? Do you know any?
I don't. I know like maybe 4 words.
Okay, so like.
So it's incredibly embarrassing.
No problem. Like what Japanese do you know?
All I know is like konnichiwa.
Okay.
And like arigatou gozaimasu.
That's most important words.
Gozaimashita. What else do I know? Itadakimasu.
Okay.
And
how about after eat?
Yeah, you say. Wait, I think a Japanese friend of mine shared with me.
Okay.
I can find it. Okay, I think I can find it. Gochisou sama deshita?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I tried my best, but that's about it.
Like, do you guys have like specific words in US? Do you say like anything before eat or after eat?
No, I almost feel like in the United States, people will sometimes play around and say, "Oh, enjoy your meal," but not usually. Like sometimes they'll say like "Bon appetit," like on like French stuff. But no, there's not like a distinct thing that people would say in the United States usually. It can vary depending.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to the topic.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank you for your time today.
No,
I
thank
appreciate
you.
it. So today I want to ask you about Japanese people.
Okay.
So first of all, like where are you from?
So I grew up in California.
California.
But I am French American.
French America. So how long have you been in Japan so far?
So I've been in Japan since the end of September. So like.
End of September. Oh,
yeah,
it's pretty
so
long.
around 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 weeks. Like where have you been in Japan so far?
So I was in Tokyo for 2 weeks.
Tokyo for 2 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
So do you like Tokyo the most or?
So this trip was my first time in
Okay,
Japan.
okay.
But 2 weeks in Tokyo was amazing. And then I've been now in Kyoto for like a day and a half. And then obviously now here.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I know this is like close to Kobe, but is this considered Kobe or what is this area?
This is
right
Kobe.
Here? This is Kobe. Okay.
This is Kobe. Like
But now I'm in
middle of Kobe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm aware of that. Thank you. So I came here actually for Kobe beef.
Cool.
Then
Kobe beef?
Yeah.
Have you had Kobe beef yet? Or
I just had it.
how was it?
It was amazing.
Amazing.
It was delicious. It like melts in your mouth. It was
Okay.
so nice.
Like for Japanese, Kobe beef is a bit like pricey.
It is, yeah.
Like for like American standards, what do you think about it?
Oh, I think for any part of the world, it's expensive. But it was such a beautiful experience.
Okay.
And so I think it's definitely not an everyday thing, but I think like as an experience, it's very special.
Nice, cool. So let's go back to the topic.
Okay,
like, first of all, like, what do you think about Japanese people, like generally?
Yeah, so I mean, there's a strong sense of politeness here.
Politeness.
Again, I don't know what people are necessarily thinking as they're being polite, but genuinely, I've traveled to a lot of different countries, and being in Japan, you just feel so like safe and at peace.
Yeah.
Because no one really approaches you, and no one except for you. I'm just kidding.
No, sorry.
It's like no one really approaches. And by approaches, I just mean like in inappropriate or intense ways. Because there can be other parts of the world where people just really, there's just like no idea of like respect of other people in their space. So I would just say very, very respectful. That's what I've noticed.
Okay, so in your country, like you say, like someone approach you, right, in a aggressive way, in a bad way.
Yeah, it's so I mean that could happen in the United States, that could happen in France, that could happen in London. So in the United States, I'll give you one beautiful example.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
I was in New York just maybe 2 months ago or something.
Okay.
And I was with a good friend of mine. She lives on the East Coast. And but basically there was someone who was severely mentally unstable. He just was yelling at my friend and I for no reason. He was following us. It was incredibly violent. We literally had to go to like a local shop to like wait until my friend's husband could come and pick us up. Again, that's not every experience. That's not the essence of New York, you know. But again, that's just an example of something that I haven't seen here, which I think is very interesting because again, everyone is living their own life, everyone is doing their own thing, but one thing that I have noticed is that I really don't see mentally unstable or drug addicts
like
or homeless people on the street, because of course being homeless can be represented and be shown in so many different ways, but you really don't see that here.
True.
So I find that interesting as well, and maybe that's also something connected to basic social services that are maybe available here that aren't necessarily available in the United States, or even policing here. I don't know.
I think there's some homeless people in Japan as well, but they can't just like lie down here, you know, police, you know, take them to somewhere like specific, you know, they don't like show up in a public area, to be honest, like, you know. So do you have any Japanese friends?
I do.
You do?
So I actually have a wonderful friend in Tokyo, but she's originally from Kagoshima.
Kagoshima, like how did you meet her?
So we actually met in a beautiful juice shop.
Okay.
And basically we just started chatting, and then we went and had some delicious food together, and then our beautiful friendship began.
Wow. Yeah. That's sweet. So she was completely stranger, like?
Completely stranger.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So from experience, like, is there any like personality that Japanese tend to have?
Again, people who are very respectful, but also I've seen a lot of people who are showing joy.
Joy,
as in like I've seen people laughing together in the
really?
street.
I think
I've seen people like enjoying themselves, because there's certain parts of the world that you go to and no one laughs in the streets, like no one looks happy, whereas you're here and people are laughing, and I personally have really only noticed positive things.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
So like, but for me, I had the image that American people had more joy than people in Japan, because like in Japan, like as you said, Japanese people tend to mind their own business. Right. Yeah. We don't say hi to strangers. We don't do anything to strangers, right? Yeah. But in US, I think in a good way, they approach, you know, to strangers, you know, say hello, you know, have a small chat. Yeah,
I think it depends again where you are, because if you're in a big city, I don't think most people would go up to other people. In the United States as well, of course, you'll find people who are also very much living their joy, which is beautiful. But you'll also find plenty of miserable people, just like just like in any part of the world. But
true.
But yeah, I think that's just one thing that I've noticed here that I thought was really beautiful. Just even being in Tokyo and walking around, just seeing people laughing together, and I don't know, that just makes me happy because it seems like other people are happy.
Nice. Okay, all right. Thank you. So last question. Can you tell the difference in Japanese, Chinese, and Korean?
As in like the language? Or how people look or how people act?
Looks, appearances.
That's a great question. One of my really good friends is actually Korean. So I should maybe I should know. It's interesting because I feel like so my friend who's Japanese, from Kagoshima. It's so funny because she was saying how some people don't actually think she's Japanese.
Okay.
But again, she's completely Japanese. So yeah, I feel like I would probably have a hard time maybe figuring out who is from where. But if I heard the language, I usually know.
By the accent?
No, like just the language itself.
Okay, Japanese.
And I can be like, oh, okay, that sounds like Japanese, or that's
Okay.
Yeah, but like in terms of like how people look, I mean, it's kind of hard.
That's true.
Again, I didn't grow up in this region, but also, some people you might think, oh my gosh, maybe you're Korean, but then actually they're Japanese.
Yeah, that happened to me like a lot of time because
really?
like people see me and say to me, "Are you from Korea?" Like no. Even Japanese people say to me as well.
See?
When I'm speaking English, they say to me like, "Oh, you from Korea?"
Right.
Like, what do you mean? You're Japanese. You're supposed to know I'm from Japan.
No, exactly. No, it is funny because even for myself, I think because I haven't lived in California for so long, so when I go back, sometimes people will literally say, "Oh, where are you from?" People from America can look all different ways, but because my voice, like my accent, has slightly changed, people are like, "Oh no, you're not from here. Where are you from?"
Okay, I see.
And I'm like, "No, I swear, I grew up here." So it's funny how maybe even our style or how we look or how our voice might change. It can also affect how people think where we might be from. It's very interesting.
You said like you went to UK, right?
Yeah, I lived in London.
How long, sorry, again?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. So you pick up some like accent from British English.
Yeah, basically. And I didn't mean to.
I know.
Essentially, what I came to realize was that like majority of people who live in California, they kind of swallow their T's. I mean, you could say for the majority of the United States, they kind of swallow their T's in a sense that if you were to say like internet, they would say internet.
Internet.
Or like it's like the T kind of goes away. Whereas I noticed that for myself, I actually strengthened the T's because sometimes people wouldn't understand what I was saying. And then I think that just stuck, and now I can't get rid of it.
And also, I think 20 as well, right? 20.
Yeah, exactly. 20. Yeah, it's like in America we would say like 20 or internet or Sacramento instead of Sacramento, So yeah, it's fine.
Do you not say water?
So I say water now.
Water.
Whereas before it would have been water. You're even literally. Like a lot of my friends will make fun of me whenever I say literally because I really pronounce the T in there, whereas before it would have been literally. Literally.
Like when you use, British accent in US. Yeah. If you use it to your parents, to your friends, you live in US. Yeah. How do they respond to it?
Well, so I don't have a British accent. I don't think I do.
Okay.
But like the little things that have naturally kind of, I guess that I've picked up. At first they've been like, "Oh, your voice has changed. Like, what has happened?" But again, they just see it as me now. This person that's always moving, always traveling.
Here, Kobe, it's Kansai, right? So we use Kansai dialect.
Okay.
If you go to Tokyo, they use Kanto, like East. Kanto dialect, right? And my brother moved to Tokyo, and he picked up some like Kanto accent, right?
Oh, wow.
And he came back like Christmas Day or New Year, and he used Kanto dialect, right? To me, I feel so like weird,
right?
Like cringe, like stop it,
right?
Please
like,
use Kansai man.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But it is funny. It's like when you spend a lot of time in other parts of the world, you just pick up things. Because even I lived in Jordan for a while, and in other parts of kind of the Middle East, I spent quite a bit of time. And I it's like there's certain phrases that they're like embedded in your vocabulary. Like if I want something to happen, I naturally always say inshallah. You know, like it's
inshallah.
Just, you know, like it's like you can't let it go now. It's so funny how you're like, there's nothing else I can use. You know?
That's me in it.
Yeah, there you go with you with your in it.
I wanna like get rid of it, remove it, but I can't stop saying it.
No, I feel you. It's another one. It gets in there, you know. But, no, it's very interesting.
Okay. Alright, I think that'll be it.
Okay.
Thank you for time
Thank
today.
you.
ありがとうございます。
Just by walking through the city, no, I'm a small part of this.